Hello, for those here already. Give me 1 second. I just want to give a few minutes before for people to get here, just because I don't want to have to come in the middle. So it'll be just 1 second, guys. Oh, I gotta forgot one thing. There we go. Alright, it'll be just a minute and then I will be going live. Can one of you guys type in chat real quick? I just want to make sure my chat is loading. For those wondering, I'm starting with Shuton versus 0 winners quarters. I plan on doing quite a few sets. Yeah, I can see it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm starting with Shuton versus 0 winners side, and then I'm gonna be going into. I'll probably do their loser set right after, just to try and get just to like try and compare the differences. Keep in mind, this is my first time doing like an analysis type thing, so it's gonna be a little rough, but I'll do my best. Secondly, can you guys hear me fine? I was messing with some stream settings earlier, so I just want to make sure they're fine. Alright, cool. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, so let's get started. My computer's been a little dumb. I just need to make sure this is going to load properly. Alright, I'm going to mute this actually because commentary is going to, I don't want it to just be complicating. Alrighty, so I think we're about to be starting. I believe they start Smashville game 1. That's a pretty reasonable stage. I'll pause it here. I'm going to be pausing a lot. That's a pretty reasonable thing to do against Diddy Kong. I don't blame him. I personally prefer stages like FD or Battlefield. Well, actually, let me rephrase. FD, Battlefield, Smashville, and Town and City, I think all can fit individual things really well. Town and City and Final Destination kind of being more towards the I want a lot of room to run and keep you out, more of a walling type of method. Battlefield being a more I want to be in your face, and then Smashville trying fitting that in between. Back and forth of like, alright, I want to wall you out some, but then I'm going to get in your face. You can use the platform on Smashville to recover in additional ways and help catch his landing somewhat, or just, you know, lessen his pressure just by retreating to it. Town or Lilat, I'm not a big fan of because Diddy forward air can be really strong there with certain tilts. What I'm going to do, Araldis, is I'm gonna stream it, and then I'm gonna upload it to YouTube after. So I'll just take it from my Twitch past broadcast, and I'll upload it on YouTube. But yeah, Lilat, I'm not a big fan of that, and because the platforms I find Diddy's have an easy time ledge canceling their side B a lot on it. But anyways, with that stage like breakdown out of the way, let's get into it. So he immediately throws the yellow off, which is pretty standard for him. Zero's doing the pretty good thing. He didn't go for banana pool, which is really important because it's easy for the banana to just get like wasted. So he's just immediately trying to pressure with Bear and Fair, which is the key to getting in Olimar's face, then down tilt when you're on the ground. Actually, one sec. I'm gonna see if I can turn this down and make it a bit smoother because it's a little choppy right now. Hopefully that quality is not too terrible. So he's doing exactly what he needs to. He's just pressuring Shuton back and forth. Shuton's trying to get his footing, but he's not really getting it. And now he's just getting in hits and little chip damage every now and then. The big things are going to want to come from when he gets like a throw combo, and then he can get either a down throw or a fair or a bear. And I think that's the important thing. A lot of this set comes down to Shuton's ability to just not die and then live long enough to where he clutches out a hit, like one or two comebacks or big hits that really get him it, because it's all about not dying against Diddy. If you're not dead, the fight's still going and you have a very good chance of winning. Shuton likes to pressure with a lot of spacing. Here, I'm gonna pause it here. Shuton likes to pressure with a lot of spacing, like in his presence, as opposed to the actual like I'm gonna throw a lot of options at you, like I like to do with myself. So I'll Pikmin throw, forward air, down tilt immediately, chain, and he's more of a, alright, I'm gonna hover around you and threaten you with my back air, or threaten you with my forward air. But he'll keep it mixed up, so it's like, just knowing he's there, he'll scare you. It's like, alright, well, last time I waited, and I waited to, bear you, and you air dodged, or you waited too long to delay yourself, and the next time I'm just gonna go really fast. And that mixed it with his ability to adapt very fast, makes him really deadly, and why he can do so much to a lot of these players and come back. What he's doing here, he's doing pretty good. He's just trying to put out side Bs and forward smashes as like a way to wall the banana, because that's what you want to do. So right here, he's letting this is what I was talking about on the platform. He was letting Zero. Here, I'm gonna go back. So he gets over there. He gets on the platform pretty soon, and instead of trying to press his advantage after he gets hit, it's like, alright, nared, alright, he gets hit, jumps back, and now he doesn't run off immediately. He's like, alright, I'm going to let Zero come to me. He wants to try and do something? Alright, I hit him. He hit me with an unsafe banana pool. And that's what I was talking about with the Smashville platform, how you can get additional like relief off of it. This is classic Zero. He's just kind of in his face. Shuton's still trying to regain his footing. It's really hard as someone who's played with Zero's Diddy enough to know that he's just very in your face. I think overall his ledge guarding was fine for the most part. Ledge guarding Diddy with Olimar is kind of a pain just because his model and the way he snaps with that B and all that stuff can be difficult to hit. Here he's going for what I was saying before. He's kind of like, I don't want to back air you. I want to hit you with a move and get you into a bad position. I don't personally think that's the best line of plays. Just because with a blue you're not going to get too much. I feel like there are better uses. But I mean, he's not dead yet, so it's not a totally terrible play. And right here, he's just kind of slowly trying to figure out, how to get a kill on Zero, and Zero's doing exactly what you would expect. That pluck was a bit unsafe. You can cancel it frame 9, but even then, it's just he's so on top of you that you don't want to be doing that. You want to try and knock him away, pluck, and then do something. But if you're running and he's right on top of you and you pluck, you're probably going to get hit, just not having the time to do anything else because he's just right on top of you. Retreating to the platform, like I was saying, it's just such a great option to assist in your recovery. And with how proficient Zero and then Diddy Kong in general are at ledge trapping, it can get really bad if your only option is go onto the platform or go onto stage and do something. There's another one of those bears catching Zero, mistiming his attack, whereas it should have been already out. And now I actually don't know the result of this game when I came to the set a little late, but it's pretty much just doing what he does. Let me go back. I'm not 100% sure if Zero DI'd that out or in. It looked more in than it did out. Let me see. That looks like a medium DI, kind of in, but not all the way. That is, I don't know why people do this. So, if you're fighting Olimar, DI out, you're gonna get a forward air, you're gonna get a back air, whatever. Shuton is so, like, fishing for people to DI down throw in, or even out at certain percents where it can still happen. He wants to up air you once. He wants to get the up air strings going. That's really good on him. I think he's also got pretty good reactions or just ability to read in terms of his opponent's DI on the down throw. But like his opponent, from watching him, his opponents just don't let him. They just don't DI out. And that's why they're getting so much more percent. But it's good on him because he's able to immediately convert off it. And it's rare that he gets tripped up in his DI, I guess, like angles that their opponent's doing on down throw. But I like how he didn't overextend. It's just like, all right, I just want to get my slow percent one after another. That was a back air. He was doing pretty good there, but he wasn't able to. You know, at the time he kind of started doing that, his percent was so high. The Diddy Kong just needed one straight hit to really get in there and kill him. So game 2, is it Battlefield they go to? Does he reverse 3-0? I can't remember. If he does, that's even better. All right, no, it's FD. This I was curious about. So I saw they went to FD, and I was immediately like, I have no idea what zero banned. I would think it might have been either Battlefield or in Dreamland or Town and City. Town and City I don't expect because of Smashville, how well it did there. And I mean, he was fine with FD, so the length he didn't seem too worried about. I was more thinking if he does Battlefield Dreamland, it's because he doesn't want Shuton to be sitting under those platforms, having additional cover from the pressure, and then additional ways to one juggle Diddy and just live longer. You know, Battlefield is a very, like, I think it's Olimar's best stage for a good portion of matchups. It's like an even split between Smashville and Final Destination, depends on what the character can do. But against a lot of top tiers, FD can work, but if they have the speed or the hitboxes to cover it, you're gonna, if you go to like Battlefield, you don't need to worry about that because you're not going to be outrunning them. You want the room to fight them. You want a power shield. You want to hit, because you hit harder than them a lot of the times. You want the additional blast zone to live, mixed with the large like off stage areas down below where you have a lot of room to recover, tech, things like that. And then the platform formation is fantastic for Olimar just because of how he can pressure. But getting into this game, let's see. Starts off classic throw red, throw yellow off stage. He immediately tries to like just keep up his own pressure on zero. And that's important because the last game it was like zero was on him, but now he's trying to do the opposite. And it's like, all right, now I'm going to throw out a lot of hitboxes. I want you to not be able to pressure me because that's what zero's so proficient at. And that's one of the things you can give the Shuton as a player. His ability to adapt is absurd. It's like oh, it happened once, all right, game over, not happening again. Sometimes even stocks. It's really one of the things that allows him to do as well as he does. It's just like you need to be on the fly, keeping up with him, or it gets very difficult for you to, or you get overwhelmed because he's already reversed it. And you see here, like I'm saying, he's got the percent lead. He's pressuring zero. He wants to try and switch up the roles and not get, ran down by zero, which was happening a lot last game. And because zero's not able to get like really good spacing, he's having trouble getting these like well-spaced fares in, these bears and hitting, and then Shuton's able to catch him before he can get his hitboxes out a lot of the time. That was an amazing read. This is something you can do a lot with Olimar, either with purples or just any tech chase situation. You knock them out, weak hit. They kind of don't fly too far. You run, you empty hop in, or you dash forward and then you can dash back. The empty hop's a bit more consistent because it kind of forces them to roll in because they don't expect it. Empty hop, fade back following their roll, so you kind of land in front of them. So it's like they're here, they go in this way, you jump in, then drift back with them, land, sweet spot, F smash. It's so strong, and he was able to keep that up because he's already in zero's face pressuring him, so he's got him scared. And you'll see here that when the Olimar is playing kind of that like really movement heavy, not staying in one spot, kind of throwing out moves, contending with the Diddy, it's not easy for Diddy to hit him. It's just like he'll get a forward air back every now and then, but Olimar gets so much more off his hits. And that's why I think one of the reasons that Olimar wins this matchup is just because in neutral, where Diddy's normally king. I'm sorry, that DI was just terrible. Don't DIN. He's getting so much off of this, and it's allowing him to take not only percent lead a lot of the time, but just stage control. He gets you in the air once, it's like, all right, now you got to worry about landing. And some characters do have good options. You know, Diddy's got monkey flip, but you want to be going away horizontal, especially with a character like Diddy, where it's already hard to ledge guard you. Just don't worry about it. You know, you don't want to be eating up airs. But yeah, Olimar can out neutral Diddy very well. Olimar can out neutral Diddy, and that's what he's doing. And then he's making his hits count for a lot more, and he's keeping Zero kind of spooked in this game. He's like, all right, mess with me. And you saw he made a hard read, I believe, with that F smash there, because he's like, all right, if you roll, cool. If not, then I'll come back. That was good back air spacing, able to take the stock there. But even then, you see how the moment he comes down from that stock, he's not letting up. He's got the lead. He needs to be pressuring this, because the moment he lets Zero kind of take back momentum is when it can get really out of hand. And right there, he gets him with the back air, it kills him. It's just like, keep the pressure up. Don't let him do that. One of the things that you do need to keep out is you don't want to get so caught up in your movement and this is something I learned that Zenodo pointed out to me recently when I was in Ohio and I was playing Dire. And it's just like, you can kind of keep up the pace and out aggro the Diddy Kong if you play it right, but you can't try and play faster than your character permits against Diddy. His hitboxes are better a lot of the time. His frame data is better. His movement speed is better. He will outdo you in that. You need to kind of match his pace a little bit ahead if you can, and then keep the pressure up. My opinion on throwing yellow at the start of the match, I don't like it. I like yellow Pikmin. I don't really care for reds, but even then, I don't throw any of my Pikmin off at the start of a match. I'm like, I'll throw them at you, and you're going to kill them for me. And then I'll just get the lineup I want. If you pressure in a way to where you keep your Pikmin on your opponent, they're going to kill them for you, and you don't waste time throwing it the other way. You can immediately throw them at them, start pressuring. You'll notice that in any of the sets I play, it's like I start the match and I'm almost always short hop double side being, because I want to get my Pikmin out there. I want them to start doing damage. I want you to deal with them, and if you don't deal with them, cool, they do damage to you. And if you throw out a hitbox, they're probably going to lag you. So it's like a win-win for me, and I don't got to worry about throwing them off stage. Alright, so it's 1-1 here. I want to say Zero goes Battlefield. Game 3? I can't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure it is, though. I'm pretty sure Shuton banned Lilat. Yeah, the reason for that is back throw with a blue just does more damage, and both of them usually give you a decent amount of stage control. I do the same thing. I really only forward throw if I'm really close to an edge and I want the stage position or a kill. Most of the time back throw is just more optimal for damage, and they're still going one direction, just, you know, away. Alright, so yeah. Oh, they're going Battlefield right now, as I thought. I think the reason this happened was Zero kind of figured that on the room on FD he wasn't able to pressure Shuton enough in the long range, and he kind of wants a more close quarters fight. He's not too worried about the blast zones or the platforms or anything like that. He just wants raw stage length. He's like, I don't want you to be able to get out of my range and then reverse it. I want to stay in your face constantly. And you'll see right here, the game starts. The game just started, and he's like already, you know, Shuton throws, and then he's in there like that. He's not trying to give him time to do anything. And then Shuton's trying to go back to what he was doing before, where he's like, he just wants to stay right out of his range, kind of match his pace, his speed, and then get his own hits. This is kind of a hard spot for Olimar when Diddy's jumping around you. You have to like you have to guess a couple times properly what he's doing, and then once you guess once or twice and you get a good power shield or just general spacing, then you can usually punish. It's good. He's just catching his landings. He's like, if Zero doesn't want to throw a button, that's fine. I'm gonna be there with one instead. And that's something that that Zero gets punished on, which you just don't need to do against Olimar sometimes. That was really good. If he would have jabbed instead of grabbed, he would have been able to punish that. I like that. That was really good. That was another thing that's just by running at the opponent with Olimar on the ground, especially with the purple in your line, it's like a subconscious reaction. People start to think, I need to get out of here. And because of that, he was like, all right, run in, run back, forward smash. Your presence can instill the fear that you need to kill people. You don't even need setups a lot of the time, because it's kind of like when people fight a Bowser or something, they're like, oh no, he's near me. I need to get out of here. Whereas with Diddy, it's like, all right, I need to get out of here, but it's not as bad. And because of that, he was able to read it. You know, that's something I do myself. Other good players do. It's like, all right, I'm gonna run at him. He's gonna get scared. Read it, punish. It's really understanding how to use your character's like presence as a form of pressure, as opposed to the Pikmin, because people will fear your character. He was holding shield a bit there. I think that was a bit. I think he probably could have gotten a punish, but I don't think he wanted to risk it at his percent. He's just trying to tack on a lot of just free damage right now. Like, there were times where he could have punished that. You'll see it coming up right now. Like, he could have been pressuring that shield more. But he just wanted to take it slow, and it's fine. He gets forward aired, but it's not terrible. Zero's playing a bit more he's playing a bit more patient in his ledge guarding right now, and because of that, he's letting Shuton come on for free. I believe that was a tech error. But I think that's supposed to be a pivot grab. But he's letting him come on for free because he was playing a bit more defensive or patient, and he only got the kill because Shuton whiffed that. Oh, there goes DIN. So right now, Zero's just trying to keep up the pressure on his own. He's trying, alright, it's going to down throw, it's going to bear him. This is exactly what Shuton wants. He wants to get you in a bad position. Right there, he throws a purple off, and I'm not personally keen on doing that. Main reason is, you'll see. So he knocks him off, and then he gets ready to throw him off. And I'm not too keen on that, because if you pause right here, Zero's coming from an upwards, like, horizontal angle. An upwards horizontal or diagonal angle slightly. And he's probably going to monkey flip or something. But even if he doesn't, you're throwing that purple off stage, and it's likely not going to hit him. But to add on to that, you're not setting up a frame trap situation. So it's not like you're throwing it, and then it's making him air dodge, and then you're down airing him or something. He's kind of throwing it, and it's not... There's not a big reward. And I'm not saying you have to follow that kind of thought process all the time. Like, there are times where I just throw a purple just to try and hit them or see if it works. But they're usually either farther off stage, or they're kind of riding the wall, and I throw it into the stage to try and stage spike them. So here, and generally throughout some of the other sets you'll see throughout this tournament, I think he was a bit too liberal with throwing his purples away. And sometimes it does come back to bite him. Sometimes the lead is so big it doesn't really matter. But a lot of the times I think he could have been a bit more conservative with his purples. In general, I think his purple pressure is not super oppressive, but he, instead of being oppressive with the actual purple Pikmin, he kind of plays his style and then integrates the purples in there to make his style more intense. It's like, all right, I read you now with me being around here. I'll back air you, or I'll forward smash you like he did to Zero earlier. He's like, all right, I've got it, and he will scare you into getting hit by it, or he'll swing faster than you want. But it's not a, all right, I've got a purple or two, let me just barrel you down. And he does it sometimes, but that's not like a recurring theme in his play style, I've noticed. So there, he throws the purple off his jumps, but he doesn't get anything. I don't know, maybe it's just he just assumed that it would hit. So right there, you see kind of, they have a little scuffle, and Zero does exactly what he should do. He gets Shuton a little worried, and then Shuton tries to roll around, and because he wants to dodge his hits, and then Zero does. He knows Olimar players like to roll, so he's like, all right, I've already pressured you once or twice. I've got you a little fidgety right now. You want to try and defuse the situation. I know you're gonna roll. Let me pivot grab you, and he gets Shuton exactly for that. That's something you need to be confident of with Olimar, and that's not always feeling the need to roll. And that sounds very hypocritical coming from me because I roll a decent amount, and his roll is really good. But in situations like this where the Diddy Kong's pressuring you, they want you to try and roll. They want you to get out of there. Sometimes it's better to either hold shield, maybe spot dodge, even throw a down tilt in the direction of that's a good, nice poke tool. It might trade with them, and it can catch them on their jump squad if they try and jump and hit you. So he gets Shuton off, doing his his classic Zero stuff. Here he really wants to. He's not playing around. He wants to end the set because he's worried. He's already 1-1 in the set. He's down 50%. It is not hard for Olimar to kill, so he's going out there trying to just really kill him right now. right there, I believe Shuton could have. So he gets hit up, and he down airs. No, he doesn't down air. He shields this, and he played the safer route, but he could. I believe he would have also had time to, after he clanks to that, drop down and whistle, and it probably would have worked well for him. But either way, he played it a bit safer, and it ended up working out not terribly, which is fine. You don't always need to play it safe. I'm a bit more aggressive with my whistle than I should be sometimes. I like what he's doing here. He's kind of just trotting back and forth like, hey, I've got tools, deal with them. Right there, though. So he's got 0 on the ledge. And he's running back and forth. He makes 0 air dodge. 0's got invincibility now. He tries to drop down, fair his shield. Alright? He forward smashes with the blue. He misses. But instead, he gets scared. And then Shuton gets scared after the F smash misses, and he retreats. So, but he had the game right there, or very close to it. He would have put him in a terrible spot. He F smashes, it misses, immediately down smash right there. He dips. Instead, if he would have down smashed, he had no invincibility and a yellow in front. That would have guaranteed hit. Especially with 0, how he jumped there. He did not roll. It would have been down smash, gotten a free hit. Instead, he catches him with an air in a little bit, lands a down smash. I think that's one of the other important things when you're pressuring people. They wanna burn up their ledge invincibility by trying to do something, and they don't hit you. Just down smash them right after. It is very unlikely they're going to be able to do something about it, unless they're like a Bayonetta and they have Witch Twist or something like that, and it just pokes through, and it's really difficult. Like a Diddy, they forward air your shield, hold shield, down smash. You cloud, up airs your shield, hold shield. When you up air, down smash. It's such a strong tool. Right there, you see 0 signaling that he wants to run it back, I'm pretty sure. And I think that's a good idea. The game wasn't super one-sided or anything. It was Shuton kind of took the lead in certain critical areas that helped him, and then he was able to get a big enough lead from when 0 kind of mounted that comeback. And now 0 wants to try and run it back again, and he knows that he's kind of going to change up his play style and pressure. If you notice, though, he's using Banana a bit more in the beginning of the set than he did prior. And I think that's because he noticed that pressuring Shuton with just himself isn't necessarily working as well as he'd like. And he's also not getting punished a ton for it. Zero's really smart about throwing his Banana at the right time against Olimar. He doesn't kind of just throw it into your attacks. So he's trying to integrate that into his play to add additional layers of pressure instead of just trying to gun down Olimar. Because Diddy versus Olimar without Banana is very difficult if the Olimar's playing it right. If he can just sit out of your range all the time, but if you add Banana into the mix, it can throw in certain elements where if they whiff something, you can, like whiff a grab, you can sometimes get a punish in time. That's good. Tried to hit the white on his head, got punished for it. Right now, it's a lot of the same old, just trying to feel him out. That was a good F smash by Shuton, reading the grab and kind of covering it. And right here, this is what I'm talking about. See, 0 forward aired him once, and it knocked him off. And then instead of reeling back and playing it more patient, he was like, I'm just going to do it again. And there's nothing you can do. He's tried to swing, doesn't matter. And that was smart on his point. On his part, just because the Olimar sometimes at lower percents Olimar will get hit and he'll just immediately swing after because the opponent didn't have enough knockback. But 0 knew, he's like, alright, I've been playing a little bit more patient in the ledge guarding beforehand. I need to go a bit more aggressive and just hit him. That's good, because Diddy's forward air is just amazing. It just lingers so long. Back throw. There, alright, so it's like, I saw this question earlier, so I'm just going to bring it up why he did it here. He's got a blue. He's got a back throw. I don't know how much back throw does off the top of my head. I think it's like in the range of like 11 to 14. Blue back throw fresh, that's 15%. And either one sends him far away. He's not going to be ledge guarding 0 that well. He's not at kill percent to a lot of things. So he's like, back throw, set him to the other side of the stage, maybe be able to catch his landing, get more percent. It's the same logic I have when I back throw a lot of the time. Even it's not always about sending them directly off stage. With a character like Diddy, it's already hard enough to punish him on the ledge, so you don't need to like force the situation a lot more than you do when you can just go for good percent. More forward airs. Zero pressuring. He throws the yellow off there. He really does not like yellows. And in this matchup, it's alright. I personally don't agree with that. I think they're pretty good, and he could use them. But that's on him. Right there, he threw both Pikmin off instead of trying to like keep the purple, and that's because Zero's already shown that he's not trying to be patient. He is in his face trying to smother him with pressure and really force him into a bad spot. So instead of trying to keep one Pikmin and maybe go down a round or something like that and go a little bit slower and try and get back with the stage with the purple, he's not even messing with it. As you see, Zero jumped out immediately. He's like, I need to kill him now. He's not trying to create more interactions where Shuton can win. So Shuton had the foresight to know that and ditch both Pikmin and just recover it. As you'll see, he's just, I'm not playing this game. And then he plucks a couple and he's just trying to run. Nair is a great way. You'll see right there. Nair's a great way. Someone's on me. Someone's doing something. And it's just like, no, I'll just throw it out. If you jump, you get hit. If not, then I'll cross you up and there's a good chance you'll miss your punish. See? He baited that he was going to cross him up and then he drifted back and then Zero couldn't react in time and then tried to drift back. Or he tried to turn around and grab him and he missed. And that was really smart on his part. And that's why one of the reasons Nair's so strong. See there, now he's keeping the purple because he knows he's got some space. He wants to try and push it. And then he does it. But he's so far out after he gets hit, he doesn't worry about it. Misses the tech, stock gone. Zero's got that. Right there, he tried to outspeed Zero, which I don't think was smart because he's right in his face with the banana and he gets hit for it. But overall, he's kind of fine. That was really good. I personally didn't even know that when this happened that he was going to banana pluck, but he just went out there, he forward aired and wasn't playing around. That's exactly what I was talking about before. He gets him off stage. He's in a meh position. He's recovering, and he throws the purple. Zero's recovering. If he doesn't air dodge, he'd get hit. But he air dodges. But then there's nothing to come of it. It doesn't do anything. He doesn't hit the down smash. So I don't know if it's just a in the moment thing where he's like, all right, it's in the moment. I just want to try and pressure it additionally. But because of that, he's burning a purple and he's getting nothing out of it. Just like he did prior. So I think that's something that to improve upon. It's just not getting rid of the purple so freely, I guess, and really thinking, all right, if I throw this purple here, what am I going to do with it to make it count, you know? Right there, that was a mix-up. He knew he had forward aired his shield off the ledge prior, so he was like, all right, I'll hold shield. But then Zero did the smart thing, and then immediately monkey flipped his shield with the command grab and got the stage position. Right here, you can see he's kind of fishing for that blue up throw. He's just not even messing around. But he does something that's very smart. He knows that Zero's mind is locked onto blue up throw or blue forward throw. So what he's doing, he's kind of syncing his movement to his. And then he's waiting a little bit, and then the moment Zero jumps, he reacts, possibly anticipates depending on the spacing, and it's just like up air. Because people don't think, oh, I need to worry about blue up air. They're like, I need to worry about blue grab. And that's one of the mind games that you can implement to hide the, I guess, intent of what you're, or hide the planned kill move and trick them into thinking things. You have a blue, people fear grab. You have a purple or a red, people fear a smash or an aerial. You know, and then you can bait them into it. And I think that's one of the reasons to a lot of less practiced players who are fighting Olimar. That's why red down throw is so deadly, because they don't know to dodge the red at like 60-70%. But a higher percent like that, blue's so good because they're like, all right, I just want to dodge it. But getting in the higher percents, you can still kill with a blue aerial, so it doesn't matter. You just got to kill Pikmin. It's an all-around killer, and it's really good for mixing up and catching jumps. Right there, he grabs the banana. Throws yellow away again, and now he's just trying to pressure, just get some percent. He had too much rage there, I think, and I think he also hit with the sour spots of his jab, the tips of them, and that's the reason they didn't connect. Personally, I think he should have grabbed after he hit the banana, but he went for the jab instead. I think that might have been of a slow reaction. It's good, just getting that free damage. Zero knowing to mash forward air to trade. It's a pretty good combo breaker at times. You gotta watch out when you're fighting Diddy, because if you just try and jump side B or do something, they're just gonna forward air you if they're on point. It's good, it's good. That was a really lucky trade. Here, he's pressuring hard. That was a tech error, I'm like 90% sure. Gets out of the first one, doesn't matter. He kind of botches the next set of interactions, and then Zero does it again. Zero DI down spot dodge. What do you mean? Oh, the jab. Oh. Maybe. It might have been that. It might have been also the jab spacing. Or the little bit of rage he had. I think it was probably, if anything, a mix of the spacing and possibly DIing down. But he definitely should have gone for the grab after the banana throw. So I think right there, I think Shuton was asking if they can run it back, and I think he said no. But then I believe Shuton goes to Smashville, and this game 5 is quite the doozy. I know I was kind of freaking out when I saw it. Do I think I could have beaten Zero? Sure, I've been playing good. Yeah, alright, let's go to this next game. Alright, so it's back to Smashville. Pretty good standard stage. Nothing fancy, no fancy ceilings or anything like that. Sheer zero band FD. Right now, you'll see, like the last few games, Zero's really trying to turn up the intensity and just keep Shuton in disadvantage, because the moment he gets him into non-advantage, you know, it's bad. So I want to go back to that jab real quick. I believe that was tipper jab spacing. Let me find out. One sec, there was something on my screen. Yeah, that was, I believe that was like the farthest tip of jab. So he lands before he can get the grab, and then he spot dodges and gets a punish. Botches another pivot grab and gets a turnaround dash grab, unfortunately. It's alright. He's just trying to land at this point. I think drifting to what he did there, how he drifted to the platform, was smart. It can be hard if you're just trying to like force your way down on a character like this. So going to that extra platform can just give you a lot of additional relief. Alright, clanks the move, misses. This is good. Using the Pikmin on him to block the banana throw, which is really important. Right there, I was a little surprised he did that, but I just don't think he wanted to risk doing an up air or something and missing. His priority was recover. Back air takes the stock. So at this point, Zero's got a decent lead. He's only at 80% on his first stock. Shuton's kind of looking for that down throw raw bear at this moment. But he lands the forward smash. He's getting him, just trying to pressure him. Zero's kind of playing a runaway game a little bit. So he can regain his footing and then start the pressure up again, because he doesn't want to be on the receiving end of Shuton's aggression, which he's kind of trying to force at this point in time because he's down in the percent. And this is where it can get scary in the matchup. That was a good down smash. That was good. Zero's really trying to kill him. He's like not trying to take this game any farther than it does. There, he overextends. I don't know, unless you're playing a character with a huge hitbox, like a sword or something. You don't need to be going down there. Olimar's gonna go deeper than you. If he has an upbeat, he's probably gonna slap you. You're not gonna expect it, and then he's gonna come back to stage for free. So at this point, Shuton's got a pretty good lineup for hitting him. Purple, obviously, one of the important things. He likes reds. Yellow spacing is pretty good. And it's just about, like I was saying earlier, if you're not dead, the match isn't over yet. So, and that's exactly what Shuton does here. He's like, alright, I've got a purple. You'll see he's playing a lot more grounded. Let me go back. He's playing a lot more grounded because he doesn't want to risk anything. He's just like, alright, purple, side B, get a hit, stay on the ground. You don't want to try and risk him in the air. You'll catch his landings. Purple side B is amazing for that. He wants to misspace something. You punish him. That was good. Punishing the down tilt on the red with a forward air. So you see here that as opposed to kind of putting out a chain of purple side Bs and pressure that way, it's a bit more side B forward air, like back and forth, trying to catch him either messing up on an action or dropping shield, where he's not trying to force the pressure. And because of that, I think he's more confident in his ability to play neutral. And you'll see there, you go back, and he's playing. All right, he's like, all right, I'll just side B you for days. I've got two purples. I can mix in a forward every now and then. Just gotta stay out of your range, get a hit every now and then throws him here. He pulls a banana, which I think was foolish. He mistimes his thing there, and he gets a banana. One good banana throw at like 80 something stock gone. Had he not gone for banana and Zero focused more on his down tilt forward air ledge trapping, he probably would have beaten him. But he gave him the chance to get that banana by mistiming that bear, and then that just changed the whole thing. What do I think of his whistle game? I think it's alright. It's pretty good, don't get me wrong. Could it be better? Of course. But it's not bad by any means. He doesn't use it as much as I think he could, but that's up for debate. All right, so here we've got their losers final match. So going into this, Zero's already on like a hot streak of play. He's coming back from losers. He's made quite a run for himself, and because of that, Zero's kind of at that level that people know him for, and he shows it in this set. Do you think Olimar Sonic is even after seeing Shuton versus Ken? I've always thought it was even, but you put it as +1 in your Sonic favor on your matchup chart. No, I don't think it's even. I think if the Sonic plays it right, and is really good at running, it's incredibly difficult for you to catch him. Keep in mind, I'm sure Ken and Shuton have played some. I know when I was in Esports Arena for Untitled Saga, I played with Ken for about an hour straight, and we went even. Then I 2-0'd 6WX the next day, and then that morning actually, 2-0'd 6WX that morning, and I 2-0'd 3-1'd Aperture. So it's like, I've beaten Sonics too, but I don't think it's even by any means. When I was beating them, like when I beat 6WX, both games I had 3 purples. It can go back and forth. It's not a huge lead for Sonic anymore, but I think it's still enough for it to matter in a lot of scenarios. I will be watching that set too. So we get into it. They start Battlefield. Zero is probably a lot more comfortable on Battlefield here, especially with the momentum he was going in from. He's playing confident, he's playing fast, he's playing good. Shuton, not so much. He lost to Tweek a little bit ago. So he's probably had a little time to rest. Zero's just been going at it. And you'll see Zero goes right into it. He's not even trying to play around. He's like, I want to get my hands on you. I want to start pressuring. Shuton trying to do as you would expect and retreat. And off one hit, Zero was able to get like 3 or 4 more just because Shuton wasn't trying fully to go away. He was like, alright, I want to try and fight my way back. And you can't always do that against Diddy. He's just really on top of him. That was, for those who wondered what that was. So he pulls him over. He gets him at the ledge, and he down smashes. So right here, he monkey flips. He ledge cancels. The Shuton drop shield, and Shuton down smashes. Red going left, purple going right. He actually gets double hit right here. And the way double hit works is you always, or like 9 times out of 10, go the direction Olimar isn't facing. So he's facing left. And because of that, the purple Pikmin, he will go the same direction as the purple Pikmin, which drags him into the stage, and then stage spikes him outwards. Not very strong, but it does it. That was a super greedy thing, but it's fine. Zero SD is botching his punish too. Those good DIs. There was one of the few times you'll see him mess up his down throw DI read. And something which I will like to You can use period and comma to advance frame by frame. By the way, using spaces is triggering me. Oh, sorry about that. I don't do this very often. But something I want to point out there that I've been doing a lot more as time's gone on, and I think is really good at in these super high tense situations where you're unsure. Just down throw a nair. You're gonna cover whatever DI they do if you're like even with 1 or 2 hits of nair, and it's a really good way to go in and cover everything, and then you can still get some percent on, like he did there. And I do it sometimes too. I'll miss my punish. They'll DI hard left or hard in, and you'll just or hard out or hard in, and you'll just straight up miss your punish, and you don't get anything. That was a good down air. Oh, my bad. Using the white, calling it back to block the banana. I think he should have rolled there, but either way, he might have just reacted. I think he could have grabbed that with a red. And he might have won this game had he done it. So you see, Zero's going for so many down airs. Like he does not want to give Shuton any more time than he needs to in this game, and that's good. You know, he's really pressuring it. Shuton gets the down air though, and is able to take game 1. But you see the difference from set 1 to set 2. Zero's aggression is just going up. He does not want to take this farther than it needs to be. Yeah, Dreamland's not a starter. I think the logic was, if he didn't want to go to Battlefield, he doesn't want to go to Dreamland. Dreamland can be a double-edged sword. I mean, it's similar to Battlefield and triplat like layout, but it's different sides in some areas. Battlefield is just generally better because it's smaller, and he wants to smother him with pressure, as you'll see. And Dreamland is a bit more spread out, so it can be harder to catch him. So here's Shuton's just running around. He's just trying to get free percent off side B. Good. Just gonna put back. Oh, he down aired him? Okay. Yeah, at these lower percents, unless one of them gets a big combo, it's usually just a back and forth of running around. Zero usually being the one chasing him. Such a strong tool. It's so hard for Olimar to get up against Diddy Kong if he plays it right. Down to a 4 there. He's just poking him with that safe damage. And you'll see Shuton's having such a hard time getting back here just because Zero's covering a lot of options by holding shield and being patient. I wanna go back. What I think Shuton should have done. So he's been fighting him, and he gets knocked up on the platform. And instead he tries to down air, then he tries to down air again. And I think he should have gone just to a platform and kind of dodged Zero's attack and then tried to punish, as opposed to trying to keep getting these down airs and force his way down. There he goes again, throwing away that purple, and it bit him. And then he missed that. What he could have done there, oh sorry, keep in mind the frame by frame thing. So he does this, hits him, throws the purple, and then he misses the hit, whatever, Zero misses his hit, or he takes it, and then this killed me. So he tries to bear him, but he could have went to ledge, grabbed it, then dropped down, jumped down at him, guaranteed spike. But instead he tries to bear, and because of that he misses it, and then Zero recovers for free. Oh shoot. Hey Cappuccino. So he gets the hit. Zero's got the lead. He's feeling good. He's trying to play a bit more reactive, really get his grab combos in, because that's where he won a lot of his damage. Back throw, wants to percent, smart. I would have plucked there and then tried to punish his landing somewhere. That was a really good pummel by Zero. I'm not 100% sure if down throw would have killed. Or if up throw would have killed. My bad. It's good. Grab banana. Wants to throw the banana. He really wants to get a grab. And Zero knows that once again. But you'll see the way Zero spaces around it. He's not kind of letting him get these up airs for free. That was so good. Just perfectly dodged the forward smash. This is when it gets really bad because... Oh, my bad. Because Diddy, he like hits you once with a side beat, and then it kind of throws off your entire groove, and then you wonder, all right, well, do I shield, do I roll, do I attack, and then he just does it again, and just it's so hard to keep the guessing game going, and then he down tilt up smashes him, kills him. Zero just didn't give him a lot of time. This whole game pretty much was Shuton getting slapped around because Zero was just on top of his ledge guards, on top of his juggle game, punishing Shuton for trying to fight back when he didn't need to. Instead of reeling back, resetting, and being okay with that, he always tried to press his advantage, which got him punished. So he takes him to FD. I really can't imagine what he banned. He might have banned Lilat for all I know. But I think Zero does win this game, but I think it was just... Don't let Olimar take you to FD. Unless you're a character that is even better on FD, and there's not a lot of those. He gets punished for going for the grab. He's trying to fight back. But Zero's kind of in his head right now. This is what I'm talking about when I was saying earlier how Zero with momentum is just, it's a whole different caliber of pressure. And because of that, he's kind of in Shuton's head. And Shuton's going for these options that are a bit laggy. He's going for grabs. He's going for aerials. He's trying to pressure. He's trying to punish things that you can't punish, like, edge cancel side beats and stuff like that. And that's hitting him hard. He needs to be going for more safe, poke-esque pressure as opposed to these more hard-hitting moves. Maybe more tilts, jabs, things like that. Spaced aerials that are right at the tip of his range. Purple side B even. Excuse me. Oh, I'm 99% sure that was supposed to be a pivot grab and he botched his turnaround. Here's Zero feeling himself a ton and really just... He's going to do whatever he wants, really. He's got a huge advantage. He's put Olimar in disadvantage a ton. He just doesn't care what happens. He's like, I'm going to push this as far as I can. I like what Shuton was doing there. Just kind of hovering around him, threatening him. Back throw. Yep. Forward L do it. He's using Pikmin to get banana off the ledge. Yeah, it's Pikmin throw onto stage to bring banana back to you on ledge. Such a great way to get it out of the way, or get it in your hands. Ugh. Alright, as you see, Zero's right on top of him. It might be a little different. Shuton might be able to start moving out of his way if he wasn't throwing yellows off stage, but I can't say for sure. That was a really good purple throw, kind of catching Zero overextending, similar to what he did the first set. Just like how Olimar has a hard time approaching people on the platform at that diagonal angle, people can have a hard time approaching Olimar at that angle. Using Nair, great way to just say get off of me and then get a combo started. Look at that. He needed like 30 seconds of, not even 30 seconds, like just a small chunk of time to really equalize the percents. But you've got Zero kind of just going in, not letting up, and there's a opening for him to get in. He's gonna use it. And that's when Shuton has got to recognize that you need to disengage. But he gets a banana there. He finds a banana throw up smash, and he's able to equalize stocks with only a small deficit. That was good. Did not roll there. Zero wanted him to roll, as you saw by him going forward. I think he could be integrating a couple more short hop purple side Bs to cover a different arc and then be able to pressure with aerials after. That grab was a little risky. So you see here, he's trying to, if he's thinking like, all right, if Zero wants to go in the air, I want to hit him, but you can't always do that just with the way Diddy can space. I think he could have read the ledge jump there with an up air. Back throw, short hop, side B. Yeah, that's standard stuff to pressure with that lineup, just because you can get so much and kind of arrange it for a perfect way. Up throw won't kill, because Olimar's up throw is not good. Gets the back air, still won't kill. Does he burn a purple? Burns a purple here, just trying to pressure. I think he overextended. Shuton overextended a little bit too much on the front side of that platform. Gets the side B. They're really both swinging right now. Like one of them wants to kill the other, but he gets the back air and that takes it. That could have gone either way, to be honest. At the end there, they were both at high percent. They both wanted to get their kill move. Shuton could have made a couple different decisions on how he went about things, but with the way they were both playing, it was like I need to throw out a move real quick and get out of there. They don't want to try and create a situation. They want to just poke and kill that way, because they were both at kill percent. Shuton really wanted that game. Zero did not want to go to game 5, because these are two players with the highest level of adaptation that's seen around. So giving either one another game can mean the difference in winning a set or not. But overall, I think Shuton played the set pretty well. I think he played the set pretty well. There was times where he didn't disengage when he needed to, and there was times where he wasn't giving, where he was like burning his Pikmin in the wrong way. Like he was getting rid of purples too easily. There's always ways to improve. I think he could have pressured a bit differently in scenarios with purples, maybe jumping more to side B and cover different options that way. But other than that, you'll see how I pointed out how he was using a lot of like his own positioning and character, like presence, to pressure and get his attacks there, and then get his big combos. Played really well in both sets, don't get me wrong. Zero kind of also adapted from set 1 to set 2, had his momentum going in, allowed him to carry all of that, play even more aggressive, even more dangerous, make sure those disadvantage states are really strong. And then that allowed Zero to take the set 2. It is apple juice on Civil Ninja. Hitting Diddy 2 frames with down smash is so difficult, yellow or not. It's just not easy. I don't know why. You might be better off trying to run off Dare into a rising Dare. Alright, we're gonna watch Ken versus Shuton here. What don't we do, Zeus? Alright, So they're starting Smashville, I'm pretty sure. Starting Smashville. What you need to do in this matchup, it's kind of just like float around Sonic's range and then punish when he gets an opening, get a percent lead, and then reset and run away until he falls into your attack again. It's very hard to be aggressive against Sonic and actually pressure him just because his frame data and speed are absurd. That was a good roll read there. Kind of baited the roll out with the spin dash charge and then punished it. Hitting Sonic's 2 frame is also difficult on his up beam, but it's doable. That was an amazing... Oh my god. Alright, let me... Alright, so he... Alright. I really do not like that method. So he's in the air above him, and then he lands. Before he lands, he B reverse Pikmin pluck, so he turns around and positions perfectly and lands. And what Kin was probably thinking was, alright, he lands, his back is to me, my back is him, I could probably get beforehand, lands, and then it immediately goes into jab, into grab, and gets the punish. And that was so good. It was so, the timing and spacing were so tight that it was just, you couldn't react to it. So he'd already assumed that he was facing the other way. That was a tech error, I'm pretty sure. I know I do that myself as well. Sat on the ledge a little bit too long, got forward smashed. That was a read. He's really trying to pressure Ken, because he knows that if you don't pressure Sonic when you're not winning, you don't win the game. He just camps you out. He will just slowly chip you away and you won't be able to do anything. So he's kind of got to force some of the interaction so the timer doesn't go down farther than it needs to. Alright, he's got 2 purples here. That was really good. Clanked to the back air, but then missed the forward smash spacing. I think right here he back airs it. Nope. So that's something that's pretty good. He gets him there, and this is something that you need to be doing when you're fighting Sonic. He throws 1 purple. Or you can do this with any Pikmin, keep in mind. But he has one on the ground, so its Hurtbox is active. Alright, so he forward smashes. Its Hurtbox is active. You'll see. Sonic hits it there. And that kind of like soaks the hitboxes of his spin dash some. I'm not sure which spin dash he's using, the multi-hit or not. But it hits the Pikmin. And that allows him... Myran, please, that frame by frame, not full seconds. Arrow keys shift by 5 seconds, and J and L by... Oh. The more you know. So he hits the Pikmin here, and that allows him to side B, and that hits Sonic because he like burned his spin dash hitbox, essentially, not letting it clank with the purple side B, and then he gets his hit. And that's something that you really need to be doing in the matchup. It's so good. That was a good nair there, allowing him to catch him before he upbeat away, in just getting rid of any opportunity of a clank situation. Another B reverse pluck into down smash. That was really well placed. Here he's just looking for either an up throw or a aerial, but the blue up throw wouldn't kill 10%. Back air. That's a classic. Purple side B to purple back air. Everyone gets hit by that. Down throw, up air, up air. He loves down throw, up air. Pivot grab. Honestly, when you see Olimar with this lineup, you need to be very careful of when you're spin dashing, because it's just like bait into nair forward smash. The true busted combo. Thanks for the host, Lockins. I don't know how that's pronounced. But it gets him in the nair. When there's 2 purples and a blue, you need to be very careful of how you're going about spin dashing, because it's very easy to get pivot grabbed. You can both learn stuff from each other is all, for sure. Battlefield. This is a stage that I don't mind. It depends on how well you're playing Olimar and how your opponent's playing, right? So the three stages that I think are all very doable in this matchup: Battlefield, Smashville, FD. Town and City can be doable. It just gets terrible if they get a lead and they camp you out. Dreamland, I forgot about that one. Dreamland is also not terrible. Lilat, I'm not personally a fan of in this matchup. I find it annoying to catch Sonic at times, but it's not as bad as Town and City. They play really campy. Triplats, though, can be bad if they're playing campy. So they start out here. Catches his roll again. Ken's very good at reading rolls. And with the player, or with a character like Olimar rolling, it's not too hard to read. Misses the grab. He's trying to get his chip damage in at this point. He just wants to get the lead. Good, down throw, up air, up air. Burns is purple there, but it's alright. I don't think he was 100% sure if it would make it off or not. It wasn't a terrible throw either. Here, he's got the lead, and you'll see he's still going aggressive. This is something I do as well. You just want to push your advantage. You don't always need to, but it's fine to in some scenarios if you can do it right. Because you can push your advantage without the fear of like having to do it. You can do it, but you don't need to go, if I mess this up, it's bad. Or if I don't hit him, oh no, you know? You're not worrying as much. Forward air. That was a really good purple throw because he was coming out there with a back air. Good, using the up B as a way to get out of there after the jump. You'll see there how he tried to, let me use one of those fancy arrow keys. Alright, so you'll see here that he goes and he empty hops to threaten the back air, but he doesn't do it because he notices it's not going to work. But that goes back to what I was saying, how he pressures heavily with his presence and he like scares you as opposed to forcing you to do something. Wants to pivot grab, but Ken notices dodges. Is smart to get off that platform, doesn't even try to engage with him. Good, hits the aerial spin dash, meaning right there he hit the aerial spin dash. Aerial spin dash will always lose the smashes. Grounded spin dash clanks. And unless they have invincibility, you both go into hit stun or hit lag. Or clank stun. I don't know what the correct term is technically, but that's something you can keep in mind too. If you know the Sonics are spin dashing a lot from the air, just forward smash them or down smash them. It's such a good way to punish them. You'll see there, he punishes it, sour spot, but it still gets it, and then he gets the dare on the air dodge. Back throw, gonna try and get a ledge guard situation going. Great use of air dodge. Burns the purples, which is fine because his number one priority is coming back, and if the purples force him to dodge them and not hit him, then that's the goal. That's something, another good tool, kind of waiting and then doing a rising nair to try and poke after the shields is diminished some. That was amazing on Ken's part, kind of sucking him up with the up smash. I didn't even see that coming. Right here, Shuton's doing what I was saying earlier. He doesn't have to, but he's still kind of pressing forward bit by bit because he doesn't want Ken to have time to kind of assess how to get in and find a perfect game plan. Which that's also one of the reasons you'll see me play very aggressive, is because I don't want my opponent to have time to just work his way in. It's like, if I've got a lead, let me push it farther, and you can do that without overextending. The two purples. Two purples so good against Sonic. Like, it's good, but it's the one, if not the only way, you can just stop Sonic dead in his tracks. The ledge option is even quicker consistently if you have smash stick because you hold down direction. When you flick the C stick, you auto fast fall. Oh yeah. Yeah, I have my D-pad set to smash rec, so I can still do things like that. Hey, fire. So here it's same thing, just trying to get the percent lead early on. He's got a bit of a deficit, but he's trying to play a little scarce, but he's still trying to press his advantage, which I think is all right. But he probably could camp and make it a bit more difficult. That was really well played. He just didn't care about the up air, and that's something you got to do against Olimar sometimes. You just can't be afraid of him. Now this is where it can get bad. If the Sonic really wants to camp you and not fight, it's very bad. But Ken isn't doing that, and I think that's not good. Like he's kind of playing a little fidgety, but he's not. He hasn't kind of committed to camping hard. Down throw, back air. That was a great. Alright. That was a good down tilt. Really just pressuring here piece by piece. Doesn't want him to get super. Like, he doesn't want him to gain his footing or anything like that. Just getting hits where he can. And he's using a very not as side B reliant neutral, which is, I get a bit of a contrast to me. It's like side B, side B, side B, covering a bunch of options. Going back to what I said, I'll show you it again. It's like I will get you with my presence as opposed to me throwing options. I don't need to force you to do something if I can scare you into not doing something. And now he's got an ideal lineup to stop Sonic. Retreats back off the platform after he gets hit. That's good because he wasn't catching Sonic. This is really him kind of just sitting in Ken's face, being like, hey, I need to hit you to get percent. And Ken's trying his hardest to not get touched, but he can't. He's also, Shuton's playing in a way where he's having a hard time touching him back. So he's like, alright, I'll throw out attacks, but you're not going to catch me. And that's the important thing to do. And you can do that when you have two purples if you space everything right. That was a great pivot grab. Gets the forward throw. Trying to ledge guard with back airs and stuff again. That was a good forward smash, catching him at the start of things. He's kind of just catching Ken spin dashing at the wrong times, which you can do. And you can tell from Ken's playstyle, he's really trying to end this match. He's down 2-0. He's got two purples. You know, one good hit, stock on. And that is good because the opponent wants to do that. You can play around that, which you'll see from Shuton right now. He's playing in a way where it's like he'll kind of make him think he can hit him, and then he's punishing him for missing. And he does it right there. Makes a good read on the ledge, get up and punish it. It was a back and forth, like, let me run around, dip around, make it very hard for you to catch me. And then slowly get my chip damage till I get the one good read. And that's all you need with Olimar, is that one good read. Even at 50, stock on. Alright, we're going to do two more sets. First one is Tweek versus Shuton. This one was a doozy. There's a lot of stuff in this that I remember watching. I was just like, what? Why did that happen? So he starts out, gets right into it. This is what clouds are going to do. You can't really approach this. You can run and kind of throw pigment, but once they charge limit, it's you're not touching them at that diagonal angle. So he's been hit by Tweek. He's spacing and stuff really good. If you're off slightly or if you overextend, Cloud's gonna be there to hit you. That's just an unfortunate truth. Gets good pressure. Tries to overextend once again, which you simply can't do on Cloud unless something's guaranteed or you make a hard read, or else you're getting hit like that down air. I think you'll see a lot in this set that Shuton just tried to overextend his boundary or didn't handle an option as safe as he should have. Back throw. Misses the down tilt. But he's still contesting in there because Tweek is trying to not always use an attack. And then he's like, I'm going to stay in your face and hit you when you that 1 or 2 times you don't use an attack. I'm going to go back. You'll see here, he gets hit by a forward air on the ledge, or an up air on the ledge. That's a recurring theme of this set. He punished those terribly. He dealt with those terribly. And he probably could have won this set had he not eaten so many up airs at the ledge. Had he just held shield and then down smashed. He also missed quite a few of those, but that can be a lot harder to hit. Gets the back air out on the nair before it was able to swing around all the way. Or I think it already passed the swing because it starts in the back. Lands the down smash and equalizes the set. Or the game. Once again here, you can't do too much to Cloud when he's sitting there on in charging limit. You can't hit him at that angle. Catches him on the roll. We gotta be cognitive of your rolls, or it's really easy for the opponent to just catch you when you're doing it too much. He's just playing in a way that allows Cloud to stay ambiguous enough to be able to punish Olimar's options as they come. And he's kind of reacting to things, and with the speed of limit Cloud, you can do that a lot. You can see here, yeah, he wanted to burn. I'm gonna go back. He wanted to get Shuton in a position to where his shield was low, and he had no option, right? So he's punishing his shield here. It's super low. He gets him off stage. He has to come back. He doesn't have anything to do. The only option alright, let me rephrase that. He only had one option, and it was retreat to platform. And Tweek could have very easily waited a tad longer and then covered that. It was just bad all around. He would have had to either power shield that or wait and then roll at the last minute or the last second to the other direction. So he was getting smothered there a bit, and kind of he wasn't able to regain his footing, similar to what Zero did to him with Diddy. But I believe this next game, it's just the polar opposite. He kind of shifts his entire playstyle, and you'll see how he goes from getting kind of like smothered by Tweek to fighting it a bit more evenly. Already starting out stronger than he did last time. Really trying to press his advantage. Overall in this tournament, I think he went for a bit too many standing and dash grabs, and he got punished for it a lot. Shuton, that is. Good pivot grab. Really just making it hard. With that speed from Cloud, it can be difficult to get back on stage. Good recovery, stalling and not getting hit by anything. Misses a jab there. I believe that was a tech error, and then gets hit by the back air. B nairs, forward smashes. Another pivot grab. Tweek is really just all over him, but It's if you can get a good rhythm and understand the movement just a little bit of the Cloud, you can kind of space around this and deal with the pressure just with good shields and good anti-airs, catching him before he gets up. I was wrong. It's not this game. It's the next game. Because I know he doesn't get 3 out. I think it goes to game 5. If Tweek went DK, probably would have got slapped up. Oh yeah, I saw that. Scherzo. I'm just gonna call you Gavad because I can't remember how to pronounce that. I don't want to botch it. But no, I saw that where he landed on stage with the wing pigman and then buffered the F tilt. He might have been going for fair. I'm not 100% sure. It's Cloud, son. You can't do that. Going for jab to grab on Cloud is so risky. That was really good fair spacing, getting the perfect shield pushback to not be grabbed. Yeah, you see there, he just went for back there. He just wants the damage. He knows he can't die. He can't get anything else off a different throw direction, so it's just at that point raw damage. Good forward smash. Tweek botches his spacing there. That was... I don't know why I threw the purple there, to be honest. No one. Wait. No, I think we're good. Here, it's Tweek just trying to get the percent lead bet, or trying to get the stock taken, just trying to find an aerial where he can. One moment, I think I'm about to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Excuse me. Wait, I think there's another one. Alright, we should be good. Thank you. Good nair. Catches him with the last hit of that nair to poke. See there, he's using it as a good way to just like get off him and as an anti-air. Excuse me. Good forward tilt from Tweek there, punishing him. Doesn't want to burn a limit to take a stock if he doesn't have to, because it's so good, such a good way to get around Olimar. Misses that. Shuton's main priority right there was recovering. He might have been able to drop down and nair him out of that up B, but I don't think he wanted to risk it. You'll see that a lot from Shuton. His method of risk management is sometimes more like I'll throw away a purple instead of I'll go out there and use my body as it or to set it up. Lived that barely. So now he's trying to get the pressure going himself. He wants to start this back air and up air spacing. He's not trying to mess around. Back throw, wants the percent. Gets the up air, takes the stock. Tweek probably could have. Nope, Tweek should have down aired there. Once again, people giving Olimar too much respect. Just a down throw, up air. I'm surprised he's not down throw up smashing. He really doesn't like that from what I've noticed though. Good purple side beat a forward air. He wants to pivot grab, but Cloud's up air is so good that if you don't space around it properly, you're getting hit. But you see, the rhythm of the match has kind of shifted. It's not like Shuton's kind of carrying the aggressive torch in a sense, and then Tweek's constantly fighting back for it. That was a very hard read. I already know what he wants. There he goes again. That's. Let me go back because I want to point out two things. Hits him off. Does this incredibly foolish. Like, I do not agree with that in the slightest. The recurring theme of this tournament is him throwing away his purples for free. He's up here. He's all the way to the top left, and he's throwing it this way. There's no reason to do this. I think if there's one thing to take away from this entire thing, it's that Shuton, please keep your purples more. They're very good. And then he does the other thing he does in this matchup a ton, which I don't think he should have done. He runs up and he gets up aired, and he should have shielded, but he tries to down air. And it gets him punished. If he just shields, it's just free down smash.
Did you sneeze?
Yeah, why?
Sneeze?
I sneezed earlier.
Oh. Well, what?
Thank you. Trying to get the stock here down to our bear. What? Oh, no, he doesn't do it there. I know it's coming up, though. I know it happens more this set. I would have kept that yellow to try and hit the two frame, if anything, but that's a personal preference. So, he gets the whistle here, and he lands, but he took a lot of percent there. He could have tried just up being away and just retreating to the ledge of the platform. You can do what he did. I do it sometimes. Just try not to get caught in your own stubbornness and tell yourself, I'm going to whistle this, because you'll eat a lot of unnecessary percent that way. Sometimes. Unless you're, like, on point with it. So there he shielded it, but then he bots the punish. Up throw, that'll kill. And then, yeah, he's back to his ideal line. Purple, blue, red. Jab, jab, grab. See, he had a sweet spot jab there. It was up close, so that was able to confirm off to the grab. Tweek really wanted to end it there. That was a bit greedy on his part, because he would have just had to fall into that. Good back throw. Trying to pressure. Throws the purple again. He's not a fan of keeping those. Yeah, Tweek is burning his limit too liberally. Misses the punish, gets up air at the ledge again. It's okay to respect Cloud at the ledge. He gets the back air there. That was also questionable DI. But he really just needs to buckle down and hold shield at the ledge, or just let him come back and punish his ledge get up. But like the up airs he's losing so much to it. Maybe Untitled Ninja, but I don't know about that. Alright, so we're going to game 5. I believe this is a nail biter of a game. Sweet spot jab, gets the grab. Here he's just trying to get back to stage. Tweek's kind of zipping around him, throwing out hitboxes and grabs. I'd say power shield's that. That was very good because it probably would have put him in a terrible spot. Does the regular get up? Misses it. Misses the punish on that. Let Shuton come back, get his Pikmin. Now it's back to that cat and mouse game of try and catch me while I zip around. He manages to read the tech roll in, gets a forward tilt. Now there's a big deficit, but Shuton brings it back almost all the way. Catches him with back air. He loves catching players jumping. Great whistle usage there, being able to get the bear out of it. Pretty sure that was supposed to be a pivot grab, but accidentally turned into a dash grab. Got a big percent deficit here. Back throw, wants the percent. Throws away one purple. Back throw again. Gets up aired. That's the set. There was so many times he ate an up air there where he didn't need to. Holding shield, down smashing, even down tilting. Heck, if you're really good, you could probably even catch it with a white pivot grab. But he was giving him way too much freedom at the ledge. Not enough respect. You got punished by that a lot. In the neutral, it was the cat and mouse that you're going to get from Cloud. Cloud Olimar. He could have hit a couple more ledge guards, maybe on the up Bs, and I think he really just needed to keep the purples more. He was letting them get away so much, and he wasn't able to. The dynamic shift that comes with having two purples against Cloud to not is massive. It makes a huge difference, and I think he wasn't using that enough. So, before I start the set, I want to point out that I played with Falln for about 2 hours before he went to the Saga because he asked me to play. So I was playing with him. I was playing with him a lot. I gave him some tips for Shuton, like general playstyle things. And even then, Shuton just blew him away. I think he took one game. You'll see here that Falln tries to start out with a more slow, like down tilt jab poke playstyle. And it works alright in the beginning, but then it gets progressively worse. Because as the Olimar plays faster, he just runs through you. He doesn't care. He'll power shield once or twice, he'll get in your face, and then he'll outframe data Rosa. And he will just blow her up. She is not good at boxing by herself. Also, we dispatch of Luma very easy. I also think Falln, as you'll see in the set, he went for too many of the like short hop down airs like that. They just got him punished a lot. Shuton going for the old weight back air. He loves that one. Gets rid of his purple there. So Falln starts out strong, like pressuring him on the ledge and in general. But he gets weaker as the set goes on, and you'll see how Shuton adapts, shifting up his playstyle. He went for a side B there. I think he could have just done that, and then he could have just ran and raw bared him free. Him and Luma would have both taken a bear there. And that's kind of like understanding. You have to pay attention and understand. All right, I'm pressuring. This is our general spacing. Is the Rosalina likely to down B my purple? Yes. It's my next Pikmin in line. It's tradition at the spacing to want to side B it. So don't side B. Go in, punish their gravitational pull, and you're going to get a lot more damage, and you're going to make them second guess themselves sometimes, and not always down B. Down throw. See, if he just ran in, if he had the confidence to run in, he could run in, down tilt that or power shield the down tilt, forward smash, and end his stock immediately. That was a good forward smash off the side B. Misses the pivot grab because the Pikmin desynced. Throw won't kill, not enough rage. think he looks for it now. Yep, there it is. And now the deficit's not huge for him. But Falln whiffs one dash attack and then loses a percent lead because a white got latched on. And that's the risk you pay for playing Rosa and whiffing big punishable moves like dash attack when you have an ideal lineup like blue, white, purple. Catches the double roll with the grab. Gotta watch out for that. Gravitational pull lasts a long time, so you need to be careful about that when you're purple side being. Forward smashes him. Here, I think he gets rid of his yellow. See, I would not have thrown it. Yellows are so good, even though he gets the kill. Excuse me. I cannot stress how good yellows are at hitting Rosa's 2-frame. Even if you don't want to down smash with it, or you do down smash and you whiff, you can still catch the ledge jump with an up air. But they're so great for catching a character like Rosalina, who has to ride the wall like this. It goes into the stage. It's like in there, and then it rides upwards, and the model's all there and easy to hit. So you're just playing it patient, just doesn't want to get hit unnecessarily. Landing on top of Rosalina with up smash is very frustrating if you're in up B. Lets the purple go there, unfortunately. Could have whistled it back. I don't think he puts too much stress on purples in this matchup. But he favors reds heavily, and they're the second most powerful for a lot of things, so it's not a huge drawback. I think he could implement them more into his playstyle, but that's debatable. Catching the landings here. He's just kind of slowly covering all of the options. He's like, oh, you're here? Alright, well, oh, you moved? Now I'm here with you. And he's not letting Falln get away from him. Gets up smashed. Wants a back air. He really likes back air. That was a good nair out of the down smash. It's a double hit. Great use of down smash there. Did he try whistling it back? I must have missed it. He probably would have had to do it twice. Gets the up throw, wants the forward smash, yep. I think for this matchup, if you can have the confidence to run in the power shield, you have a much easier time fighting Rosa and getting rid of Luma. Let me go back to that. That's again what I'm talking about. He pressures him in a way to where he can bear him. He throws it, and then look, he turns around, and he's primed and ready to be hitting with an aerial. He's a little bit far off, but he could probably space or catch something else, but he's high Bs. And then he gets hit by his own purple that comes around. Now Falln's trying to take the stock. And he gets the nair, takes the stock. Lead's not too bad. Now he plucks a purple here. Doesn't throw it, thankfully. Now he can keep that pressure up. And he needs to be... He's applying these empty hop pressure to try and get Falln to unironically fall into something. Throws the red, and now he needs to be... He went for the down tilt there. It's a bit safer. I personally would have started charging a smash. What he could have done with the angle Falln was at. So he gets ready to throw here, and he's facing right, and he's got a yellow in front and a purple next. So if he down smashes, the yellow's going to be on the way he's facing, which is the right side in this case. What he could have done instead of down tilting for a likely kill, since it would have been a little hard to space around this. See the angle that he comes at? It's like directly below. He down tilts. What he could have done is walked towards the ledge, turned around, down smash, yellow would have gone inwards to the stage, but the hitbox would have been massive, and it would have probably drug him and possibly double hit, depending on how it's spaced and how Rosa was, because of the purple also would have hit inwards. But it likely would have stage spiked him with the yellow, or hit him with the purple. More than likely the yellow would have hit, because of how big the hitbox is. It would have gone inwards and caught where Rosalina was. Let me show you what I'm talking about. She was... Oh, my bad. She was here. That is massive. That is an easy down smash, possibly even double hit if you're facing the, especially if you're facing inwards. Gets a down tilt, gets nothing off of that, and now he's back to neutral where he's trying to find his way in to get a hit. Gets the pivot grab. Pivot grabs are a great way to catch Olimar landing, especially if you think he's going to whistle with Rosa. So he wants to space the Nario here. Landing up air would also be a good option if you can catch him not shielding, because it's just going to kill at this percent. Yep, run off whistle. He's really just trying to pressure him into doing something dumb so he can get a hit. I don't think he reads the ledge jump. Yeah, he doesn't. Should have down tilted there because his yellow was desync, but I don't think he noticed it. And that's the game. Yeah, that whole interaction didn't need to happen. Had he adjusted for the spacing and down smashed, it would have been stock gone. Even then, there was a couple interactions after that where he wasn't... He was so dead set on back air or forward smash that it wasn't letting him open. He wasn't doing any... he might have been able to landing up air. He might have been able to read the ledge jump at the ledge. Things like this. He might have been able to run in power shield to hit F smash. He was looking at it from a very linear perspective of, I want to hit him this way. He wasn't thinking, all right, what if I power shield this? What if I do this? What if I force him into this option? Battlefield is an interesting stage. I really like it against Rosalina and Luma. Dreamland is also alright. Battlefield's the ideal one. It's just, you can do a lot on the stage if you play it right. You can also live a while. That was a good empty hop purple throw. Kind of delayed it, so he wasn't expecting it and couldn't side B it. Great double hit down smash. I'm surprised he threw the purple there, to be honest. But once again, I think that might go back to the fact that he doesn't value them as heavily in this matchup. So here, he's trying to attack this. I don't know if he's aware. You can nair through Luma Rapid Jab. You just beat it. Your multi-hit nair will just stop Luma Rapid Jab and hit it. And you don't get hit if you do it right. Yeah, if he was a bit more right there, he would have been able to read that and just immediately catch the jump with an up air and take the stock. Up throw, that's the stock. So here it's just Rosalina trying to get the footing, take a stock back, because it can get really bad if Olimar gets a big lead. That was a good side B. Delayed it again. You really do want to delay it a lot of the time, because they will try, and if you delay it long enough, they kind of space around it and won't be able to side B it because they've already committed to something else. Oh, pivot grabbed there. Unfortunately missed it. Dead zone. See, Falln here, he is really fishing for a kill move. He's so desperate at this point because the deficit's so big. And Olimar with Rage is so strong. Catches him with an air on the jump. But even now, he's still got an 87% deficit, which is hard to make up. Gets the white on, and now it's just so much percent. Almost loses that stock, but he manages to get out of there in time. Gonna come up. He's trying to get back. Excuse me. Rosaluma's pressure is not nearly as bad as a lot of the other top tiers on the ledge, like a Sheik or a Cloud or a Diddy. Because you can kind of work around their options, either like down tilt or forward smash a lot of the time. And those are very, like, aside from forward smash, it's pretty non-threatening a lot of the time. But here you just see he's just jumping around. He either wants to read Falln's habits or scare him into what he wants. Like, he wants to get him in these certain zones around the screen. Gets the forward air. Keeps the blue because he wants a grab. Gets the pivot grab. Yep. And doesn't matter if you get hit because Pikmin are awesome. Yeah, they both got caught in shield there, and he was like, alright, we're both in shield, we're both facing the other way. I need to immediately pivot grab. He's probably not going to react in time. And once that up throw is started, that's game over. Next tournament I'm going to is probably unlocked. Most likely unlocked. So he goes Dreamland here. He wants a similar layout to Battlefield, but he wants a lower ceiling and a bit more spread out room to kind of juggle and get Rosalina things on Olimar. And I think that's a fine decision. The stage isn't like super one-sided. I think Olimar just does well on it, and that if played right can give him the advantage. But you see here, I mean, Falln starts out with a decent lead, but Shuton takes it back. You know, he evens it up in no time. Gets the forward smash, clanks. That forces the Nair to come out because it was still, I guess, buffering the A input. I believe that's how that works when you buffer or when you clank actions like that at the ledge. Falln's now at kill percent and is now trying to get out of there until he gets Luma back. You see kind of Shuton prowling around him, either wanting a grab with the blue that was in front or some aerial that'll kill him off the topper side. Just he wants to stay by, he doesn't want to run. And that's what you should do against Rosalina when they don't have Luma. You want to keep pressuring them. Gets the grab, Luma interrupts it, but it doesn't matter. Up there takes it. And now we go back to what we did last game. Falln's number one priority. Kill Shuton before the percent deficit gets massive. Shuton, though, recovers very well, and he's just like, alright, I can just start racking up my damage from afar again. See how it's weird, right? So prior, in other matchups, Shuton would be like, I have a lead, I'm still going to come in. But you see here, he's trying to distance himself because you don't want to engage Rosalina and Luma head on. You need to either have power shield advantage off them attacking or already have something out, and it's very difficult to fight them head to head. See, now without Luma, it's like, alright, now I can go in. Now I can kind of pressure you. I want to get my damage. Gets the back air because he is so good and just keen on reading people's air dodges. He's like, I want to back air you. You will fall into this. Just kind of hovering around him. He's got Falln really scared. He's already close to losing the set. And he's at kill percent. And it's just like, Ledge Trump Bear. That was a fantastic Ledge Trump Bear. That's something I don't integrate enough, or ever really. I think it's something you can work into your ledge punish options. It's very strong, so definitely something to work on. That was the 5 sets I'm going to do today. The main things I want to point out are Shuton is he wants to scare you with his own presence. It's not a oh, I'll smother you with options or anything like that, or I'll camp you out. It's like I'm gonna be around you, and that's going to scare you until I can get in. He not to say that he won't do other things. There are times where he will slow it down and play a bit more defensive, or he will kind of throw out a lot of options. But his go-to is like be around you, wait for you to air dodge, or hit you because you delayed your response and then punish you. I think the big things that he needed to work on were not having, he burned his purples a bit too often. I think he would just throw them out there and it would do nothing. It was just getting rid of them. That was one of the big ones. He whiffed a bunch of grabs, but it's hard. Sometimes you want to get them. You think it might hit and it misses with dash grab or standing grab. He was also a bit, I think his ledge punishes were a bit underdeveloped. Not enough down smash. I think, like, I say down smash at the ledge a lot, but it's an absolutely busted option if you do it right. You can hit almost every 2-frame with the right Pikmin. It's so strong, and he lets people get away with a lot of stuff at the ledge that he doesn't need to. I think I don't want to say uncreative, but he's very simplistic in his play. There's not a lot of, at least to me, there's not a lot of like multi-layered depth. It's like I do this, this, this. It's not, one in a row, and it sets up to a very effective strategy. But I think there is more depth that can be implemented. Setting up, all right, I'll frame trap you, I'll make you air dodge this purple, and then I'll come in over here and hit you, or I'll throw a purple into this area, I'll short hop throw it here, covers these 3 options, and then I'll cover the rest. It's not as complex as it could be, and I think that kind of holds him back at times, but it also, it kind of streamlines his gameplay, so it's like he can play simple, straightforward, very effective with his own play style. He's very adaptive, and that allows him to play a more simplistic Olimar. He's not mechanically heavy. So if you're looking to learn, if there's anything to pull from Shuton, it's his basic understanding of how to read people and punish their air dodges, their weights and things like that, and flow with the character. If you're looking for a more mechanical understanding and implementation of Olimar's mechanics, you need to be going to other players, myself, other technical Olimars out there, but he's not the one you're going to be finding doing consistent desync smashes, hitting, whistle armor in all the situations, hitting 2 frames with down smash, making super complex double purple pressure. That said, fantastic player. Definitely should pay attention to how he punishes air dodge and things like that, and how he goes about conditioning players, and how he changes up his playstyle when he gets punished, because that's something that you can really pull from it. But I'd say we're like the same with the Corrin matchup on Civil Ninja. We both took Ryuga to game 3 last hit. I might be slightly better because I practiced it more. But with that, I think that's everything I wanted to do tonight. I had these 5 sets that I brought up, and I don't have my capture card set up, so I'm not going to play anything like that. But I wanted to thank you guys for stopping by and watching. This is going to be uploaded on YouTube. I'm going to have all the set analysis I did, so you guys can go back and watch it and learn anything like that. But for those who are looking to keep up to date with things, here is my Twitter. If you follow this and my oh, that's a wrong link, my bad. There you go. There's the second one. If yeah, if you follow that, you'll be able to keep up to date when I stream. Probably gonna do more set analysis and stuff like that, but this will be uploaded to YouTube. Here's the YouTube URL. Here's the YouTube URL. I believe that should take you to it. If not, it's /user Myran SSB. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you next time.